Hey there. Today we're going to be learning how to make different kinds of games. First of all, we're going to be learning how to make a game where we can move a truck from left to right. Let's start. What we have to do first is go in the create option. Now what we have to do is we have to take a truck. If we see right now our sprite is a cat, now we have to change that. We have to delete the sprite over here and we will go and import a new one. We can take a sprite from here, over here, this cat option. We will click on it and now we will write truck or we can write car, whatever you want, either a car or a truck. There's a bus, convertible, food truck, and a truck. We can go for the food truck. Okay, now that we have our truck, what we have to do is as we can see, the size is a little too big. We don't have any room for it to move. So what we will do, we will adjust the size. How to adjust the size? We have the size option over here. If we see, it has been written 100. What we can do is change it to 70 or 60. Let's just type 60 and enter. Now the truck is small. Now we can put it over here on the screen, and now what we want is a backdrop. So we will go in the background option, which is over here. We will click on it, and now we will search for a road. As we can see, we have this colorful city background. We'll just click on it, and as you can see now, it's over here. We'll just place the truck at the right position. And now we have to start the truck to move. Now, how do we want the truck to move? Last time we learned how to start our game by just pressing space. Today we're going to learn how to make this truck move by just pressing two arrow keys, or left and right arrow keys on our keyboard. So there's no use of space today. Now, every time we'll start to make a game or anything, we have to have this green flag option. So our first code will be we will be going in the events panel, and we'll import this when green flag clicked option. We'll just put it over here, and now we will tell Scratch that what position our truck is on now. Every time we start, we have to place this when green flag clicked option, and then we have to put the position, the actual position or the current position of our sprite. So the current position is right over here. We have to go into the motion panel, and in the motion panel, if we see, there's the fifth option, which is go to x minus 158 and y is minus 63. Your values might be a little different, but that does not matter. Just take this option, the fifth option, go to x and y option. Everyone have different numericals over here, and it does not matter. Now we will just take this and we will attach it underneath the green flag option. Now as we can see, the first part of our code is done. Now what we have to do, we have to import our next code, which is, first of all, we need to go back in the events panel, and we can see the second option, when space key pressed. Don't worry, we will change the space option. We just have to take this and we will drag it over here. Now we have to click on space and change it to right arrow, because today we're using the right arrow key. Now what I want to do with the right arrow key, I want the truck to move forward. So I will go back into the motion panel, because motion contains everything to move. And now I will take the option change X by. I will just take this option and I will put it underneath over here. Now if we start our game with the green flag and I just press the arrow key, right arrow key, if you see, the truck is moving now, which is good. But when I'm pressing the left arrow key, the truck is not moving back. So what we have to do, we have to add another code for the truck to move back. To reset this, we'll just go back and click on the green button. Now we will go back on the events panel and we will take the second option again when space key pressed. Now this time, instead of changing it to right arrow, we will change it to left arrow. And what do we want to do with the left arrow? We will go back into the motion panel and change X by option. We'll take it again and place it underneath. With change X by 10 means we have to go forward, but we want to go backward. What will we do? We'll just put a minus over here, so it moves backward. Now if we run the code by pressing this green option, If we see, I'm moving forward with right arrow and left, backwards with left arrow. So wherever I want to go, if you can see now, my truck is full and ready to move. So this was the first project. Now, if you have any problems, just make sure that your code looks just exactly like this one. Don't worry if the numericals are changed. Just make sure that the second blue code has this -10 option, and the first one has 10 option. Now, our first code is done. Now what we have to do, just save this. For example, I will save it as ice cream truck game. Now I will just click on file and save now. Now, once my project is saved, I will go for the next one. Now, to make another project, we have to click on File again, and we will create New. Then we create New, everything will refresh, and I will get another workspace. Now, what are we making now? We're going to make this chick game, which is right over here. What happens is the egg is going to come towards us and we just have to jump. And if you see, every time we jump, we get a point. The eggs are acting as a hurdle, and whenever the chick is going up, it's making a little sound. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but that doesn't matter. The chick can make a sound, and we will learn how to do that. And whenever the chick accidentally touches the egg, we lose, and it says it stops our score and it stops our overall game. So now let's go and make it ourselves. We have to go and import a chick over here. Again, we will delete the sprite, import a new sprite from underneath, right over here. Click on it and we will write whatever character you want. So let's just take a chick. If you see over here, we'll click on the chick. Now I have a chick right over here. I'll just place it over here and I'll now want a backdrop. I'll go into this backdrop option underneath. I'll click on it and then I'll search for a backdrop. We have this basic blue sky option over here. We'll just click it, and now as you can see, I have a backdrop. I'll place the chick onto the land right over here. Now what we want is for the chick to jump. Now how will we do that? First of all, I will go into the event section. As I said before, this will always be our first code. So let's just take when green flag clicked. Now our first code is done. The second code will be for the actual position of the chick. The chick is standing right here right now, so we will go into the motion panel and we will go to X and Y, the fifth option. Just take it. Remember, you have to do it for every Scratch game you create. You have to tell Scratch what position your current sprite is right now. Now, we have the chick over here. Now next what we have to do is we have to make the chick jump. How will we do that? Now what we have to do is basically we will go into the control panel. This is our new panel that we're learning today. We have to click on this repeat option. That's the second one. We'll just take it and stick it right underneath here. And now we have to place the position of the chick going up over here. Repeat means that it will keep repeating. The same action will go on and on and on. Now, what we have to do, we'll go back into the motion panel and we'll choose change Y by. We'll take this option and we'll place it between the repeat panel. Change Y by 10 means the chick will jump up. If we check right now, it's jumping up. But how do we want this to happen? Like if I just click the green flag, the chick is going up. So what I have to do, we have to tell the chick when to go up. So we have to take the space key option in the events panel. We'll just take this repeat option here. And now we will take this when space key is pressed option and we'll stick it above over here. Now if we see, whenever I press the space key, it goes up. Now what we have to do is that we will go again in the motion panel and then we will take the set Y2 option again. Now before doing that, I will take the chick. Now we will take this option change Y by again. Make sure that your chick is down. We'll take this option and then we will place it underneath the Now what we have to do, we have to take another repeat key so that we can tell the chick to move down once it goes up. So we will again go into the control panel, and then we will take the repeat option. We'll place it over here, and then we will again go to the motion option, and we will choose the change Y by option and place it between that. Make sure that your change Y by second option is of -10 instead of 10. So it's -10 now. Now if I press the green key and press space, it jumps up and then comes back to its original position again. Now, half of the code is now done. What is remaining is the hurdle. The hurdle will be the egg. So what we have to do, we have to go and take another sprite. I will click on the sprite option again, and I will go on and search egg. I will click on the egg, and we can just place the egg at the very starting position right over here. Now, what I want to do with the egg, again, our first and foremost thing to do is take this code when green flag clicked, and also tell the position of the current egg. So we will go into the motion, and then we will take the go to X and Y option and place it underneath. Now that our first part of the code is done, we have to tell the egg to keep moving over here and then come back again and keep moving and keep doing the same thing. So what we have to do is go and take the forever option in our control option. We'll go in the forever, place it over here, and then we'll go into the motion option. What we have to do is take our egg and place it right over here at the very edge after the chick. Once we do that, we will take the glide option, which is right over here. We will place it over here, which means when I start the code, it will glide over here. But if we see, it just ends it. I want it to come again. What will we do for that? Make sure that you stop the game with the red button. And now you will go back to the option go to X. Okay, before doing that, just take the egg and put it back to the original position. And then click on go to X and Y, and then place it underneath the glide option inside forever. Now that I've placed it, I'm going to start the game, and as you can see, it keeps moving. But if you see over here, the egg is moving too quickly, too fast for us to even jump. What will we do? We will go in this glide option and change the seconds to 2. Now if we play it, we can see that it's a little bit slow. Now our chick is also jumping and the egg is also going. But the problem is whenever my chick is touching the egg, the game is not stopping. So what will we do for that is that we will add another code over here. What do we have to add is we will again go into the events option, and then we will take this green flag thing again. We'll put it right over here, and then we have to go for the controls option. We have to search for the wait until option, which means that we will wait until the egg touches this chick, and once it does, it will stop every action. So we will take this wait until and stick it. Now what do we have to wait until? We have to wait until the egg touches the chick, which is a sensing option. So we will go in sensing, and we will take the first option, which is touching mouse pointer. We'll put it inside here and change this mouse pointer to chick. Now every time the egg touches the chick, it will sense it. But what will it do after it senses it? We want it to stop everything, which will be in our sensing option too. Which will also be in our control option too. We'll go down and we see the stop all option. So we will just place the stop all underneath here. Now if we play the game again, every time our chick touches the egg, it stops the game. But when it doesn't, it will just keep on playing. Now it touches the egg and the game is all stopped. Now what we have to do is just one last thing is remaining, that we don't have a scoreboard over here. How to add the scoreboard? What we will do is we will click on the chick. Right over here we have the egg and the chick. We'll click on the chick, and then we will just go in the variables option. What is a variable? Here we will determine the score. Make a variable option we have over here. We'll just click on it and we will name our variable to score. Now we will press OK. If we see, we have a score option right over here on our screen. What we have to do is take this option, set my variable to, and place it underneath our two codes, before codes. We just place it right over here and set it to 0. But we have to change this my variable to score. Once we do that, we have to take another option, which is change my variable by 1, which means add 1 point. I'll just take it and place it over here, which means whenever I press space, whenever the chick jumps, it will change my score to number 1. We have to change this my variable option to score. And now we're all set and good to go. Now let's just press on the green button. Now see, every time I will not jump over the egg, it will stop the game. And every time I will jump over the egg, it will give me points. Like this. Now I've got 4 points and now I stopped. So the game is all stopped as well. I hope you guys got to learn from this and I'll see you next time.